Howdy there, partners. 1.03 is here, and I am super stoked for it. I'm gonna tell you right now, online is a very now aspect. So as you can see right above, it's not giving us too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the interwebs and we're gonna get right to the patch notes that we've found today and cover some basics of what you'll need to know about logging online, especially if you're wondering, how do you do it? I'm gonna tell you how. Very easy. So let me go ahead and go out of this. And that should pop directly into this. I don't know why I wanted to go directly to my YouTube layout, but it's not important. I can always get that later on. But what is important right now is you lovely folks drinking in exactly what this is. So today, Tuesday, the 27th, if you had the Ultimate Edition, you are going to be eligible to play this game instantaneously. So congratulations. You paid Rockstar a little extra, and they gave it back to you. And I think that's kind of pretty cool, the way that they actually gave to the fan function. Now, I wasn't, but I do fall into the second category of Wednesday, which is tomorrow. All players who played on the 26th, according to the data. So me, I played it exactly at midnight when it launched. I should be on that list, hopefully. You will get access for beta tomorrow. Thursday will be the 29th. It'll be very easy to functionality get into all the fun stuff you want to get into if you played over the weekend that it launched, the 26th through the 29th. So that will be the 29th on Thursday. Now, if you did none of those and you just happen to own Red Dead Redemption and you're like, hey, I want to play too. Well, I reckon you can. It's going to be quite easy. You just have to wait till Friday. Now, they're going to go ahead and waive those out, and it's probably one of the smarter things they can do as they kind of test the server as it grows, because you have to understand that 17 million people purchased the copy of this during the very beginning. That was just the launch. It's not even like what they made sales to date with all their Black Friday deals. But let's go ahead and move on past what the fun factoid is. Now, I scoured everywhere I possibly could. I went to Red Dead Redemption's very own Twitter, and I went to go see, do you have anything? And they give out their beta, which is great. And like the beta online description is basically the masterpiece of what they're going to be rolling out. The people are wondering, what is this? Is it going to be like a GTA world? It sounds very much like it. Let's go ahead and hit refresh, make sure nothing came through the LimeWire for as far as patch notes. So that is a scratch notes for as far as the Twitter functionality. I was kind of hoping, but that picture's pretty cool. Like, I gotta admit, like, I love Twitter just for like the art pieces. Now, I went even further and went down to Red Dead Redemption's page to see if they had anything for as far as patch notes or anything for the situation of what they've been dropping. And it doesn't seem like they officially kind of like let it be known out there too much. Wikipedia definitely has something, but since it's only on 1.02, they really haven't created anything past that. So kind of a bummer. But one of the funner things that I got into was just like scouring the web and looked around, and there wasn't out too much besides them saying the bigger portion of what we already know. The 5 gigs or 5.5 gigs that we all installed. And if you got a different size, definitely pop a comment down below. That you really get down to the understanding that a lot of this is just teasing the online. So this is going to be one of the things that they roll out between the 27th to the 30th that we're all going to have available to it. But we want to know what's fixed inside of this. Or did they fix some of the exploits? Did they fix like anything that we need to be aware of that was kind of like mechanics, like fixes things? I want dynamite, like situationable points to them to fix. No, at the same time, this could be them literally just rolling out the beta and them trying to fix it and integrate that into a working point. Because again, this is beta. The real online for Red Dead Redemption will not fully come out until I think it is January 11th of next year. So it's going to be during the first quarter of next year that they actually officially release this. The lovely portion of coming to these kind of pages is you can get some information, but you don't get them all too much. So I kind of picked up a few of them that we can kind of see. Now this is where I like to read, because this is where it's like, did you do anything that it's actually a little bit more special past this? So it says that add support for the online beta, obviously known. Several bugs that cause crashes and have been fixed. Now, I have never really experienced a direct crash. The only crash that I've really personally experienced, and I'm curious how the community feels about this as well, is that during like when I was doing, sometimes I would just be running around doing it, and all of a sudden it would cut to the scene where the clouds are going by. It's like the game didn't know what to do, so it just put me in the cloud scene, and then all of a sudden I came right back out. It was really weird. It was really bizarre. It made me feel like I was playing No Man's Sky, which was really, kind of weird. But it doesn't happen that often. It's every so often. It's like a whole like just random experience that Arthur goes through, or John, depending on how you play it. Like um, getting down past that situation. Like if you've experienced crashes or any kind of unique crashes, let me know. I've definitely been curious to see what the community's been feeling for as far as this. But moving on past that, it says it's more than likely fixing the lags and jerks and because I never really had that. It was really smooth for me. But there probably are people playing on a better screen set that are watching these frame rates that could possibly be dropping. But that goes into like hand in hand if you look at the versus the jerk and the lag. That's kind of a repetitive point because I instantly thought that would be frame rate drops. Like that's where you get that lag rotationable kind of jitter. Like some kind of like person trying to wrestle someone up with some lasso. Ain't gonna happen. Because the freeze always gonna say no. But if that is fixed, that'd be kind of cool. I'm kind of curious if there's any validity to a lot of these. Like, I would be really happy to say that they fixed a lot of the freezing points, but I would also be more happier if they fixed some of the gun mechanics when you're near a horse or near walls, and how it doesn't aim too much, or the mechanical point of how when you select certain items, it doesn't always stick. If they can like maybe improve it a little bit, or just fix it, which I think is like a slight glitchy kind of ability to it sometimes. But it works most of the time, so you get by. You just learn to hold it a lot longer than you want to. Let's see here. And additional performance and stability improvements. So let's see. Several glitches on the PS4 have been fixed. Okay, that's not giving me much. Several gameplay improvements have been added, and other minor changes and bugs and fixes. So you just basically gave us a big super gumbo 5 point whatever 6 update patchy. Go to the next one, which I think is Rockstar again, but this is like old school. I thought this was really hilarious when I found it. It's the original Red Dead Redemption 1.03 when this launched in 2010. This is what their update was. They fixed some R1 and L1 action in combination with that R1 and R2. But there was no D2s. But getting past the past point and going into where Reddit comes into play. Now, I put out my own point, like I'm kind of wondering if anyone like oh cool, check it out. Someone actually even here, I'm guessing by the time I get out of work today, there will be an exclusive list. Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping for as well. Unfortunately, the things I came across the browser was missing camp members, the things that they fixed. Awesome, dude. Seriously, Frank, you're the man. Cheers, brother. And let's see here. What else did I think? And I love this. I literally just put this out in Reddit. I was just like curious myself. Let's see here. Horse stables in San Denis that spawn all the horses and is empty now. Interesting. Wait, what? That's so crazy. Where are all the horses? They being abducted, or were they being abducted and now they're there? I'm confused. The horses stables in San Denis that spawn all the horses is now empty. Maybe it's supposed to be empty. Maybe it was being full and being jammed. I'm not quite sure. Familiarized with that bug. Weapons still do the thing where they switch on you. Replay missions is still without any of your stuff. That's all I've seen so far. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and up like that and cheers. Thanks. Cheers. Okay, and then let's see here. Sorry, but your recent discussion does not have flare. Oh, okay, I gotta add flare. See here, online discussion? Cool. Discussion. One thing you have to learn about Reddit is you have to be very careful. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that cook a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and go here. Now, GameSpot is another one that I personally like. I like going to myself. This covered earlier where I was able to kind of find where their notes of where it was launching. They launched it at 5 actually. They launched it a little bit earlier. They were ready. totally ready. But this doesn't give me anything else past what I already read before on what other people. So let's dive into a little bit deeper onto the Reddit portions. Let's see here. I think that might be mine again. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one. And we'll go to this one. And no, this is the one I found that I was kind of iffy about. And like, it seemed like a lot of people were kind of talking. It says, add support for the beta. Yes. But this is again for crashes in Red Dead Redemption, stutters and lags, fixing glitches. And then you have the frame rates. It's basically regurgitating the same exact thing. And even other people underneath are just kind of like, well, okay, it's just improvement stuff for like the launch. Well, I mean, I see their point, but at the same time, it's not always going to be like a perfect world. And this is more of the same exact situation. Even though it says official, it's not technically super official. If I'd said Red Dead right here or Rockstar, I would be like, oh, okay, this is totally a fish. But maybe they're trying to do official point. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and renew this and see if anyone else has dropped anything. I've been like kind of combing inside of here. A lot of people have been talking about onlines. I have unlimited owner and restricted beta access. That sucks because in order to get beta access, one thing I would love to say, if you have it, the Ultimate Edition, and you've watched this far and you're wondering and you couldn't get it, you have to use the leaflet if you have the physical copy. If you have the digital, you should be fine. Can't access unlimited. So a lot of people are having issues with the unlimited. If you're having issues with the unlimited and you can't log on, let me know. I'm very curious. This is not cool for most people, but this is like 2 minutes ago. Doesn't seem like too much, but let's go ahead and search the web like one last time real quick. So 1.03, let's see here, Red Dead Redemption. You can see I already searched that, but let's go ahead and see if there's anyone else. The only ones that are really stapled in here are the ones that I found before, and nothing super special, unfortunately. I mean, I have a better chance of going here and hitting new and seeing anything that's even like on the uprise of what's here. See if anyone Rockstar hates Xbox One owners. It's not that they don't hate Xbox One owners, just not enough people buy Xbox One owners for them to build a team to go on. Everyone's on Team like Blue. I hate to say it that way, but it's Team PlayStation this time around. I'm a Sony boy at least. And you guys and gals can be Sony or Xbox. It's whatever. But like personally, me, Sony's never let me down, and I really love them. Besides the PC Master Race, obviously, I get that. That's their own genre. We're not talking about that. We're trying to figure out patch notes in this lovely point and slum it up into a short situation that everyone can hear. Questions, herbs up the trees, glitches, or other. Oh, interesting. See, I love Reddit. Sometimes I can get so lost into it. You can literally try to find it now. Can't end. Seems like a lot of people can't access the online. This is horrible. These poor people. And another new. See if there's anything inside of there. See here. Yeah, just a lot of can't launch. So if you're part of the can't launch, I'm sure that Rockstar is trying to get a hold of this situation. It is more than likely that they are being bombarded by a lot of people that were just chilling next to their like freaking wait point and had a really fast internet like me. Like I downloaded that 5.2, 5.6 done. It was like really crazy fast. It was cool. But yeah, as you can see real fast, we're gonna go ahead and troll right back over to my forum point. We're gonna hit refresh, see if anyone else hit us up. But doesn't seem like that's the case this time around. I guess that wasn't too bad, honestly. Trying to get that situation of trying to roll that out and find it. So that's pretty much the patch notes for right now. As I find more, I will link it down below where you can find it. So if you watch this video and this wasn't enough information and you want more, I will definitely be feeding into this as this unravels. It literally just hit, but I wanted to be more of a reliable source. The majority of people that are just throwing stuff out there, just trying to really search for what's in down there. And if you've experienced something buggy as a community, what is it? I'm curious. That is one of the bigger things that I find, is that talking to the community of people that are playing is worth more knowledge than trying to talk to a community of game developers, because we're playing it. Like, they're not playing it, but it's just the fact of if we're here and we're playing this all the time, there's more of a chance of us seeing what's going down. So I'm curious what you boys and gals are experiencing. But this is MacGyver7th signing out, saying thank you again for watching. If you're new to the channel, you can definitely hit the subscription button down below and slam the Liberty Bell that's right next to it, and you'll be able to get all the notifications as it like rolls in. Now, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the chat board really quick because I definitely do see that this is pretty hot, and see if I can answer any questions because it seems like this is pretty jam packed. Let's see here. Megan, Chris, Nanite. The Go Bar fix glitch. I don't know. Unfortunately, they haven't released too much if the exploits have been fixed. That's a great question, Nano Machine. I was curious that myself. Carrie, I can confirm that the game looks sharper and the super sampling mode on. However, the HDR issue is still there. Now that sucks. I haven't played it any too much myself personally. Carrie, thank you so much for the feedback. Myself on the HDR setting, I have it since I'm piping my 4K setting through like YouTube and through Facebook Gaming, like, and just downscaling it. I just utilize a 2.0, but I'm going to be upgrading up to a 2.2. So HDR is going to become a situation that hopefully they fix it before I start running HDR episodes, which will be fun with Red Dead. But that's good to hear that they fixed the super sampling, because that's just downscaled 4K and just wrapped up in a beautiful picture. Like, so that's good that they're looking at like the sharper points, because one of the things that I read earlier on the Reddit point was the lags and frame rate drops. So that probably went into the super sampling and then making sure that it was above the 60 FPS we were all looking for to make it look beautiful and make the system run and not huff and puff. Because there is a point of the PlayStation original 4 is actually running better than the 4K ones. But that was a great one. I appreciate that. And then let's see here. Another situation. Hi, my name's Adrian, Red Dead Redemption Online. Yes, they definitely dropped the Red Dead Redemption Online, one of the things you need to know. And I'll go ahead and pull this up really fast for everyone just so you can see if you're joining a little bit late. This is what you need to do in order to log online. And it's in tiers, and you're going to have to, unfortunately, be subject to a surplus to a lot of people logging on, and B, when you would have purchased it. So give me 1 second. Let me utilize OBS to switch back over, and I'll show you guys and gals what I'm looking at here. So this is the main one. Again, this chart is super major. If you're looking at a situation of what you want to play the game. So it's like, if you can't play it today, it's probably more than likely you don't have unlimited mode. And if you have the physical copy, make sure for shizzle that you make use of that code in the back of the sleeve. You have to utilize that, otherwise beta is not useful for you. Otherwise, if you're like me and you played it day one on the 26th, you'll have access tomorrow. Anyone playing it from the 26th to the 29th cutoff, like during that weekend, you'll get access on Thursday, and Friday everyone has access to it. Now again, understand Rockstar is working very hard. There's probably going to be bugs, especially with reading on Reddit how many people were running into I can't log online, I can't log online. Just bear with them. I'm pretty positive they're a great gaming company. I've only ran into a few bugs that they've like had inside over here. One was with the mechanics with the horse. Another one was like would be glued to the wall and trying to utilize the weapon. But I just learned how to like work around those. It wasn't anything super major. Like honestly, they kind of polished this up really well. So I'm sure whatever they can't fix in the launch of the online testing, that they'll fix more of the mechanical points later on down the road. But this is your boy MacGyver7th signing out. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the chat one last time before I log. I'm checking it right now to see if the Go Blower glitch is still there. I'm very interested in myself, Carrie. So definitely, if you can, drop a comment, because I'm going to try to end this no later than 20 minutes. But most people that are popping in, if you have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and leave this open for like the last 2 minutes to kind of see if anyone has any questions that I can try to answer from what I've learned so far on what this update has brought us. I'm very excited. Oh no! And as Carrie confirms that the gold bar glitch is officially gone, the exploit is smashed. Thank you so much for being part of the live show on that one and letting us know that one. That was actually a very valuable piece of information. So ladies and gentlemen, it seems like the gold bar exploit therefore has been fixed. And I think I know exactly which one Carrie's talking about. It's in a small town up north past Valentine, if I remember correct. It's in a burned down looking like I think little shanty town rather. It's in the sheriff's I want to say behind the desk of the sheriff's office, and you go down there and you have to open I think it's the box. Don't take the letter, take the bar, save, a manual save, then reload it, and you continue to stack bars until you get to 33 and you can't carry anymore. Because apparently 33 is the limit for John or Arthur. No spoilers alert. But yeah, it seems like they definitely patched it. So cheers everyone. Holy shiz. We're up to 21 people so far. And if you guys and gals have any more questions, go ahead and review the last moments of this. This is about 21 minutes long in the very beginning. You can definitely rewatch it and see what's going down for as far as the patch notes. But if you're new to the channel and you like patch notes and you love Red Dead Redemption, I'm always streaming it live as Red Dead Grimes, just kind of like trolling around. Now that it's online, it's going to be a little bit more funner, but you can subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free, helps me as a creator. Slam that Liberty bell if you want to get live notifications of what I'm doing for patch notes. Since I'm playing this game, I will be covering them as they drop. But just before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and re-pull up the online and what you're going to need to do to sign out. So when people do see this, again, they do see what's going down, because I definitely see a pretty big spike of people kind of curious what's going down. All right, everyone. I'll go ahead and end it in about like 10 more seconds. And just to make sure it catches up, everyone gets their fair share of knowledge. And if you have any more information, please be my guest. Drop a comment down below. I would love to hear from everyone. I do respond a little bit quicker to the patch notes just because it's more of a current event type situation. But I appreciate everyone. You have a very nice day, and I look forward to seeing you guys and gals in the future.